What's up, beautiful people? Here we are. It's Thursday. I think it's Thursday, right?
Yeah, it
the
is. It
day,
is.
the
It's
days
been
kind of
long
just
week.
blend together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's July. July? It's July already. Oh man,
It is
that's
halfway
crazy.
through.
I
Halfway
don't.
through.
It's amazing. It just started, right? It just started. We were just in 2020, and
Right.
and here we are halfway through 2021. Crazy. Uh
Amazing.
So here we go. What's up, beautiful people? You are back again for another impactful conversation. We're coming live to you from YouTube and Facebook right now, and I have another good one. It's going to be awesome. Um, Someone that I am so excited to talk to. Again, an amazing entrepreneur and boss that's doing some big things. So we're going to play this intro and we're going to jump right into it. Yeah, impactful conversation. So I think this is the fifth one now. These have been
Awesome.
really awesome. Yeah, thank you. It's been awesome. Have had some great people to come on here and just discuss some things and give some inspiration and some impact to people's lives that are wanting to do some things and doing some great things. So I'm excited. Erika, thank you for this time to do this. Glad we got a chance to chop it up here live and just tap into all the awesomeness that you are.
Awesome. No, thank you. It's always an honor and a privilege to be able to be a blessing coming on with you. And like you said, yes, you have had some great, impactful ones. Definitely shout out to the Greeks. I see you had the Sigmas on, and he also information that he passed out. So definitely to the greatest sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated as well. Hello.
That's right. Representing. And that's another thing too. I think just um, people who do great things are just a part of a lot of things, right? From our organizations to professional organizations that we're definitely going to talk about. So just so many different things. And so that's another thing I like about my circle and my web is something that I talk about often. So yeah, thank you so much for doing this. So yeah, let's jump into it, man. And anybody watching, you feel free to leave comments and questions or anything like that. But again, impactful conversations is just for a chance and an opportunity for us to dive into some impactful stuff. Find out a little bit more about people who I have these conversations with, and then hopefully you leave feeling impacted, right? Leave feeling like, man, you know what am I waiting on? I can do this. I can do some things, right? So that's the goal for this. So, Erika, again, Erika Perry, I have with me, truly my sister, been connected for some years now. I will have
Yes.
to sit down and do the math. I think maybe back to 2012, which
Yes, it is. It's
coming
been a
up,
minute. It's been a minute.
coming up on
I know we telling
10
your
years,
age.
maybe. Oh man, it's crazy. But Erika, let's jump into it, man. First of all, I want to take it back, right? With these conversations, we see the work and the things that people are doing and all they're doing in the community and their businesses and all their accolades. But it's like, okay, where did this come from? So I want to talk about your background. So tell us a little bit about Erika that we don't know, your background and your
Oh
upbringing.
wow, that is a good one. No one have asked that yet. But thank you for just bringing that question up. Yes, as you know, a lot of people see that entrepreneur and see some of the success, but doesn't know what come behind that success. Growing up early on in a single parent home with an awesome hero, my mom, love her to death, doing everything that she could night in and day out to just make sure that me and my siblings had what we needed. Growing up, although not complaining at all now as an adult, it was a poverty era. For a lot of people, may say the housing areas, the housing projects. Grew up in those areas, learned so much from those areas, but definitely so many times had seen my mom come home. This one situation I always remember, and me and my siblings, as you guys know, the parents say, "Hey, keep the door locked, don't look out the window, don't talk to anyone." But we kept hearing commotion. So delightfully, we looked out, we peeked out the window anyway, to actually see someone at that time get killed. My mom, so
Mm,
tired coming home that night, walked around the bushes, but didn't even know a man had been laying there. So she get in the
wow.
house and she's like, "Hey, why are you guys peeping out the window?" We point, and it had been there for a minute. For this young man had been sitting there. She had to call. So those are some of the things just growing up of seeing so much, seeing some of my neighbors and close friends items get put out the home, and asking my mom and question my mom, "Why is this? Why can't we help them? Why can't we take them in?" My mom always say, "You always did that. You asked too many questions, Erica, growing up. You wanted to know everything. You wanted to do everything, and you always wanted to help people." So that kind of controlled me of just seeing my poverty area and saying, "How can I help?" Not realizing that my mom did so much for us. We was in poverty, but I still didn't understand, like, oh, we're not that great either. I just seen other people that was a little less worse off than us, but my mom made us and shaped us so much that we didn't see as bad as it was. And now I look back like, wow, that's serious. And sometimes water was great. We'll do it now, but those are the things of just
Right.
growing up that we didn't think about it, but was blessed to experience those things.
Mm, yeah. When you said that, it's like that question, right? Your background, your upbringing, and those things that really stood out that you remember so vividly. And it's amazing that anyone who comes from a struggle or anything, you think back and like, man, at the time, I didn't realize it due to my upbringing or what was going on. But,
Yeah.
you can look back and say, wow, that was really serious. So you talked about that. And so other impactful moments to you that stands out, if you think about like your upbringing and your childhood and everything to this point, you mentioned definitely seeing someone that had just been shot, right outside the window. So what are some other impactful moments that stands out to you looking back, be it good or bad? What are some of those impactful moments in your upbringing?
Definitely now, as an adult, looking back on some more things, I was blessed to have some great mentors. So playing sports really allowed me to become who I am today, along with my background. Some awesome, awesome coaches that I had, along with other father
Mm,
figures, and coming up having that in there. But my coaches, oh my gosh, they pushed me to the limit. I love them to death now, but I couldn't stand them then. So they were so impactful for me because they knew the environment that I was in, that they pushed me harder. Many other players would get away with everything, and I'm like, "Hey, why I can't get away? Why I can't do that?" But it was always
right.
because we see that leadership in you. We want you to do better. With me growing up and having my mentors, it was no B or C, it was all A's. I can even remember
Mm,
one of my coaches when attended Green Acres Middle School. Bless his heart, Coach Davis loved to love on and give him flowers while he's still here. Set me out for a game because I made a B. I definitely didn't understand it, and I think every word came out my mouth back then was probably a little bit of mad at him. But now that push that he let me know, do not settle. You can always do better, but also you're a leader and people are looking up to you. So for you to be successful, you have to make sure you're watching what you're doing and giving back to other people the right presence. So when they see me sit, more of my classmates and also teammates was like, "Hey, we got to get on it too. We may need to do a study group because we can't allow this to happen again." But needless
yeah.
that, it was on the court and off the court that I represented fully the great person that was provided in me because of different mentors and people instilling in depth in home. Couldn't settle for less. Couldn't settle. It was always something. I always wasn't doing my best, which still, targets me now. And I'm like, really, mom, y'all did that. But also blessed with my stepfather too. Upon coming into with my mom, he was hard too. It was always, look, yeah, you may be the middle child, which your middle child of six, but you got to get it. And now you can actually ask some of my siblings, they're like, she feels she's the oldest, she's somebody's mom. because I've always taken on that leadership role, but thankful the impactfulness of mentors. That's why it's so diligent to me of what I do and how I help out in the community, because I really don't believe if I didn't have that other initial impact during my upbringing and time that I really would have pushed myself because it was so easy to fall in different areas and go down different paths. But I always had someone looking at me and I always had someone watching. Once again, as a youth, it was nerve wracking. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so thankful that someone felt and seen something in me as I am to others and watching me and saying, no, we're not going to let you go down that route. You're going to be great. And they kept impacting me and prophesizing that in me. And I'm so thankful for the impacts that they put on me.
Wow, man, oh, that impact. I felt that right because I
Yes,
automatically hear I hear some of the words of some of my coaches in the past, certain things, and oh man, I think so many younger people can also connect, and that can resonate with them. Like, man, why is it always me? Why am I the one? That
right,
my teammates, man, some of the ones that it seems like they're not doing anything. Why is it me? So I think
right.
that's that leadership spotlight put on you, at an early age. So you mentioned a word that was just an alley oop for me, community. You talked about that community and then the things that you do in the community. So I want you to tell me and just share what community means to you.
Oh, great one. When I look at community, it's fellowship of like-minded individuals trying to reach positive goals to impact other people.
Mm,
As a community, that's all I think our purpose is to help impact each other, and especially our youth and the generation coming up and behind us. And as we know, you can't spell community without unity. And without unity, you got to have that I in there. So it includes all of us taking on that responsibility and saying, let's be a unit. Let's get together and make some impactful, inspiring choices for ourselves and our community and everyone else building around this. So definitely like-minded fellowship.
I love that. I love that when you said that community, right? You can't have it without the unity. And I am a part of that unity. And even when I talk about universe, a lot of times in my videos and stuff, I say you and I, what we speak. So even in that community, it's you and I
Right.
are in unity. So it takes
Definitely.
us. I love that. So now, one word that we've talked about, right, and even this conversation, impactful conversations. What is impact to you? Like, what is your idea of impact and how you kind of have an impact as an adult in what you do?
Oh man, impact to me because I really believe I was brought here to be a servant and to help other people. I
Mm,
definitely believe that. So I would just say impact to me is giving and helping and being a blessing to others. And I get so many people say that why do you feel a lot of time that you need to give and help others? Because I feel like when you help others, it will be impactful to you because eventually you're gonna have someone to also lay that seed in you. So constantly just being a blessing, showing people, empowering other people is making an impact to me and not doing it to say willingly, I'm going to gain something from it. But no, I see the need. I see where I can help. Now allow me to be that blessing. Allow me to step
mm,
in and do that. So that's an impact for me. I'm just one of those little southern young ladies that lay back, love my naturalness of everything, but I just get a joy out of that, just impacting and helping other people. And I feel like anytime you make an impact for one person, they're going to use that and impact on another person. So impact to me is just being a blessing to other people.
mm. Love it. Being a blessing to other people. And that's huge too. And I think that's the greatest impact, right? When I want to be a blessing with the gifts and the talents that I have to other people, right? Because that throws it right back to that last thing about community. That's how I know I have an impact on the community around me when I share my gifts and talents with those around me. And it's not about just me. Oh, so you talk about impact and helping others in your servant heart, right? Which is huge. So let's talk about Erica Empowering Services. Like, talk to
Yes.
me about what brought you to that point, and just talk about that umbrella of what all comes with your heart and that empowering. I love the name. First of all, like, man,
Yes.
when when the people in your circle come up with names and stuff and in business, you're like, man, I should have thought of that. So I love it.
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna
Yes.
take note.
Yes.
So talk to us about Erica Empowering Services and what all is under that umbrella.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, that is my LLC, Erica Empowering Services, that I have. It's actually built off the foundation of 3F: faith, family, and finance. And that consists of me just having services that are able to empower other people, give back to other people, but most importantly, guiding them to actually fulfill all their goals that they would like to. You know, so many people out here, as I was before I became an entrepreneur, was just trying to figure out and find, where do I stand? What things do I need help with? Thankfully, once again, with mentors and people I was able to get around as yourself, people like you, Mike, and talk to and kind of generate ideas of how to make myself better, what direction and things that I need to accomplish. So once again, being that impact, I wanted to provide services that I can provide people things that I've gone through, how I've excelled through them, and also helping them
Mm-hmm.
so they won't make those same fall or pit mistakes that I have. So initially, I have my real estate. I am a licensed real estate agent with Dream Tree Realty, falls up under that. Once again, I all about caring and helping other people. Growing up in poverty and seeing so many people believe that they cannot be first time home buyers, they cannot get their business. That was one of my strengths in saying, no, I'm going to be that agent to allow, especially poor middle class, to understand you can succeed, you can be a homeowner. So I have
Mm.
that, as well as I am a certified life coach. But more on the perhaps now I'm doing more consulting, and I do consulting with entrepreneurs and small business that are actually stepping out on faith. That right now is dear to my heart because being an entrepreneur fully now going on a year, although I've already had my nonprofit since 2016, I've gone through that entrepreneur world. I know how it is to start a business. And just going to be honest, I'm still learning. I think any entrepreneur truthfully will tell you you're going to continue to learn as you grow your business. And it has grown. Every aspect of my business have grown and continue to grow on daily, with people that I'm blessed and have several business partners now too, working with me upon a marketing firm that I'm also doing. So I have that aspect. And also because I love helping people, eventually I'm going to be branching up under there as me as a photographer. So those are other things that I actually do. But all of my services deal with helping other people bridge that gap where they may feel that they lack, they don't know how to, or just stressed out about it and saying, where do I start? Where do I go? Or I'm stuck. How can I get out of this? So my services is all about just empowering. That's just that, empowering services, empowering other people to reach their full potential. We all have a full potential in us, but we have to reach that. But we know we can't do it alone. That's why I have the foundation of the 3 F's of faith, family, and finance. I truly believe with any business, you got to have faith. It's not going to be an
Mm.
easy role at all. A lot of people jump off and say, hey, I got an LLC or I got something. I'm ready to go and run. No, you got to have faith because it's going to be some of those tiring nights. It's going to be days that you don't have any customers. It's going to be some of those crying nights as well as the joy is going to come out of it. And which me, that has been my financial freedom, being able to come up out of it. And then you got to have that family. That family piece is the people you're networking with. I love the people, as Mike, you kind of mentioned earlier, my close network of people are so positive. They
Mm.
so inspiring. They so encouraging. We all are that like-minded to want to succeed. So you got to have that. And that family also is your clients. My clients just recently had some closings. Love them to death. We're now family. We went through the process of home buying as clients, but we're going to continue to go. Each and every one of my families, I try to set them up with some form of consultation to say, how can now we profit and invest off this house you just got? So it's all
Mm.
about making a difference in building that generational wealth. And then comes that finance part of it. And a lot of people say, why is that finance last? Because I don't believe if you don't have that faith and inspiring community, encouraging people, it's going to be hard for you to get to that finance. So many people just try to jump to the money first without building that. So that is my foundation that I have built upon that and helping other people to build upon that as well too, with those three F's.
Ooh, faith, family, finance. I love it. I was like really getting chill bumps when you were talking about everything that falls under the umbrella of Erica Empowering Services. Because I mean, Dream Tree, even the name itself, but with the real estate, the consulting, because that is so valuable, like you said, for entrepreneurs that are starting out and those that's been in it. You know, it's one of the main reasons why I do the Black Business Boom, and to inspire people who want to get into it or that's entrepreneurs, somebody else's path. And same thing with impactful conversations. And then photography, like marrying all those together is like fully empowering. That's
Yes, it
amazing. And then
is.
tying it to the three F's. I love it. You know me, Erica. You know I'm a words and numbers type person. So them three
No,
F's,
the
I love.
funny thing is, as you're saying it, like you said, being around a positive circle. I know you guys, anybody on here listening, coming on replay, you guys know Mike. You know his seeds that he comes out with. So I've always enjoyed those for the past couple of years, and I will be asking him so many questions. Trust me, I dig in his brain a lot. He's proud of me. But just hearing and resonating with him of how he provide his information and so insightful and direct and excited about it, it's just pour into you. Like you can't be around Mike without saying, okay, I can succeed. I'm going to be great. But hearing his also helped me to lead to mine. So I definitely thank you because you was a big impact on that of helping me to deliver that. But I know those were things and steps that I went through as an entrepreneur to say, okay, these are things you need. Because also upon that faith, it included me letting some family members and friends go too
Ooh,
initially. So
talk
you,
about
I had
it,
to I
man.
had to release people too. So to direct that family piece to get the right people to help me reach that
Mm,
finance. Because faith gonna tell you everybody can't be with you when you're walking that faith walk because it's gonna get scary. And when it gets scary, a lot of people gonna run away. That's including, like I said, some of your close friends. And and some of your close friends and family is not gonna be ready for your success, nor are they gonna like your success. But with
mm.
that faith, you're going to get to that finance regardless because the people that's supposed to be there, they're going to be that middle bridge. And that's what I love about family in the middle because they're that bridge between that faith and finance. They're your sticky piece that's going to keep you in check on you and make sure you're doing right. So that comes and it's going to lead to everything else.
Ooh, I love it. And yeah, I just so much comes from what you just said too, because I think a lot of times when you say family, people think it's blood, but it's part of that circle too. Your circle and the web that I've been saying it a lot lately. That web, who's in that? Who are you intertwined with, right? That could do three things: can hold you back, keep you stagnant, or propel you forward. So I love that, and man, just definitely um, just on Erica Empowering Services. How can people find out more about that, or where can they go to see that and find out more about the services you
Yes,
offer under
yes,
that LLC?
yes. If you guys please, don't hesitate. I'm actually on all social medias, Erica Perry. If you would like to drop a comment or just come in, inbox or DM. Also, my website too is ericaempoweringdreams.net. And that's once again ericaempoweringdreams.net. So you can also catch that too on the website, empoweringdreams.net. I'm just going to keep repeating it. So just in case you guys want to go on there and drop and see, definitely. And that will lead you to all the services that I have. But also on there is my number for a lot of people that know I am a real estate agent. So my number is just about everywhere. So feel free. I'm one of the ones that kind of pick up my phone all day and night. But long as it's for service though. please don't hesitate to give me a call too. That number is 205-276-9585.
Right.
So I had to mention that too as well to make sure. But yes, empoweringdreams.net and as well as my cell number. Just please give me a call. I'm always open to talk, especially if it's including empowering and helping people. As you guys see what we're talking about on there. Hey, Miss Stevenson, that's my Shiro right there, girl. Hey, that's my mom on there. Thank you.
Awesome.
So yes.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, again, I encourage people to reach out to you because again, that what you talk about empowering, everything that you do in the services is truly empowering. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So we are coming with this impactful conversation live from my YouTube page, my personal Facebook page, and Youth Talk United page. So we are live. So we gonna talk about it. We're gonna dive
Yes.
into it. Let's talk. Look, this could take us the rest of the time and beyond. And so
Yes.
I wanted to save this moment and the gravity of this for now. So you mentioned 2016, right? So
Mhm.
talk to us. Just take a moment to talk to us about Youth Talk United and even how we got to Youth Talk United, right? Because it
Wow,
wasn't
wow.
always
Okay.
that. So yeah. So just
Mhm.
talk to us about that.
Okay, we're gonna try to keep it short. 'Cause like I said, we can talk all night about that. But once again, me being growing up in that area of poverty and lifestyle, I always wanted to give back to others and provide. And being blessed with a mentor was always something that stuck with me and wanting to give back. Having my parents always pushing me to give back and, do for others and encourage me, even though times they would say, hey, you're just doing so much. But they knew what it mean then and what it means now for me to impact and help other people, looking at how other people help me. So I was blessed where I actually started off at a job. And from that job, I was a mentor there. Being a mentor there, I had a young lady that actually just graduated from Stillman about a year ago. And I started being matched with her in the seventh grade. And we still communicate now. So we have always had that impact in the communication in between me and her. Upon being a part in that, as her graduating this place that had started actually dying out that mentoring program, I seen the impact that I was making on her as well as other mentors was making on their kid. So I was like, hey, it's no way that we're not going to finish this. There's no way I'm not going to be matched with this young lady. Like, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. And not only that, I'm giving back to someone that was giving to me something,
Mm,
encouraging someone to be able to call someone that I can talk to. So I knew that it was a must that for some form of fashion that I was going to keep this going. So once again, always having that leadership, I just start researching. How do I get a 501c3 or how do I get an LLC? How can I make this my business? It went from me studying to going to different group meetings, following up with other mentoring programs, seeing what they was doing, how impactful they were in the community. And from there, I knew, hey, if other people are doing it, I can do it too. And most importantly, I got a story to tell. I have the heart to go out there to help people, and I was going to do it. So it was going to keep nothing that was going to stop me from saying that I'm not going to make a difference within the mentoring program and reach so many more people. So from that aspect, I started with originally what was Girls Talk United. Well, we only had girls. And at that point, we enjoyed it, we loved it, but we started getting so much feedback from our parents. It was like, hey, I know you guys have the girls, but I got a son, I got a nephew. They really need this. And we would say, okay, we're gonna get to it. But particularly we was out and we was blessed to be able to feed the less fortunate. And in feeding the less fortunate, some of the parents who wanted their sons to join brought their sons out. Because we always ask for volunteers. Actually brought their sons out and their sons enjoyed it. So quite naturally, the parents was like, see, you see how good this would be to have the males out here too? And I'm like, oh,
right.
okay. Because you guys got to understand, I was still working a full-time corporate job as well as just defining myself as an entrepreneur. So it was a lot for me just keeping up with those things. So I was like, how can we do this? How am I going to make this work? Collectively, having a great group of family around me, we was like, okay, we're going to make this work. We're going to start slow and then we're going to add boys. We added young men and now we are now Youth Talk United. And at first we was only to 18 and now we're from boys starting 10 to 24 and our young girls started 12 to 24. So now we're mentoring youth and young adults. at this point. And definitely we love, love, love our young adults. Shout out to so many of our babies that have graduated this upcoming year, and also our seniors too as well. So that just give a little background of how Youth Talk United actually started from there. So yes, originally was Girls Talk United.
I love it. Yeah, just that process and the journey, and it's so beautiful, like to see the journey too of an organization or a company or anything like that, because it's literally like watching a plant, right? Watching
Yes,
a plant
yes,
grow and
yes.
seeing all the watering and the, the pruning and all this stuff, that whole journey to make it what it is. So Youth Talk United, again, this impactful conversation is brought to you by Youth Talk United. I'm sporting the shirt,
Yes.
Erica's sporting
Got the
her shirt.
black one on, so yes, you can order
I
online.
know.
Have it.
And I was looking at that. I was like,
This is an
I'm kind of
exclusive
digging
one.
that black
Mhm.
shirt. Right. That's fancy right there. Um,
Yes.
Youth Talk United. So with this organization, first of all, like just a pleasure to be part of such a great organization. Serving on the board for it. It's the thing that connects me to, like you talked about, community, right? And that that I in community. So having that connection is good. And so that's one thing too. We are always looking for adults who want to keep the I in unity and
Yes.
join a board and be a part of something great. Um, so Youth Talk United, this is now, we have some things going on now as we continue to grow and expand. So talk to us about our premier fundraising event that we had the first annual last year.
Yes, yes. As Mike said, he's a part of the board, so you guys know it's awesome. And we're always looking for more board members that, like we said, that want to be that eye in that unity and come out and just really want to make an impact in youth and young adult lives, but not only lives, but your community too. What we do have to remember that we live in this community, and so many people
Mm,
say you for doing this and you are doing that, but if you're not actually being impactful and helping, then how can you make a solution for them? So I would say,
wow.
please, that's something you would like to do. We always volunteers and board members, definitely board members, though, because we really want to push more of being able to bless our young kids with scholarships. And also, we do know the pandemic is not fully gone, so a lot of our young people, and not only just in our organization, do it school based as well. So when we get back in these schools coming up, a lot of our kids that we experience may be experiencing poverty or not eating at home, may need clothing. So we do things for the schools as well. So we are in local schools as well. We have the outside base, but we just have the group mentoring also. So please, please, you guys, love, love, be a part of it. Don't hesitate to give us a call. But upon last year, we had what was called the Vans and the Pants formal wear. So we're so excited because we're gearing up. We're going to have this again October the 17th, Vans and Pants. People came out. It was a great event. We do know it was around the time when the pandemic just hit. So it kind of hit us hard with people coming out, but we did. And we're thankful still for all the donations that we got in. But we really want more of a bigger crowd. We really want more people to come out and really make that impact and let these youth know that they are someone, they are important, and that we do care. All of the funding goes back to our youth and young adults to continue to build their programs. And like I said, our best thing that we want to do with the money is bring scholarships. We have so many
Mm,
kids that are inspiring to go off to school, but what we're not only doing scholarships just for school, those scholarships right now that we want to join into, it may just be starting their own business, starting their own LLC. I know some things that we were talking about with our coordinators and everything, but we duly know that school may not be for every individual, but how can we still make that impact? So not only do we talk about education, we talk about different things for self-awareness and mental health, but we do also talk to our youth and young adults as well as our parents about after college or after high school, which may be that trade or something that they need to get off their feet. So definitely all those donations go back to just helping our youth and young adults out. Once again, Vans and Pants. We love Vans. It kind of came back from our youth. A lot of our youth wear Vans. They love it. We go out. They just swear they are just shindig with those. But I'm a Vans lover too. So I also love them, and I actually kind of try to compete with them on sometimes, trying to make sure I have the flies. So that's
Right.
how we came up with the theme, and the theme was solely came up from the youth of Vans and Pants formal wear. Initially, they wanted because they thought they was going to be able to come too, but it's an adult event. It's a formal wear for adults. But they still was just so thankful because they was able to actually name this event. So it's even more direct and important because it's something that the youth came up with to allow the communities who celebrate, have fun, enjoy themselves, eat, get some impactful speakers to come out and talk, as well as give back to something very important.
I love that. Yeah, Vans and Pants, man. Again, last year,
Mhm.
October. So the height of the pandemic, and we still had a good turnout, and we know that now. Again, we're getting ahead of the planning, and so it's going to be awesome. And so, formal wear with your flyers, Vans
Like,
or Chucks. Last year, I rolled up on the scene with my Chucks.
okay,
My
yes, you
my
did. We
branded
want to
my
say
branded Chucks with the business. So yeah, look, October 17th. Put it on your calendar now. Put it on your calendar now, because it's going to be awesome. Music, speaking, just a good time for us to celebrate.
great
And
food. So
um,
please share awesome food. We're definitely
yeah,
gonna have this everything. So yes, we want you guys there, like Mike said. So we're not telling you can't come if you don't have vans. We would love to have the vans.
oh
And
yeah,
trust it will be. I'm
look.
looking to my chucks. Oh my God, I know, right? But it
Come
is,
with your
it's gonna be
Chucks. Yeah,
red carpet. It's
right.
gonna be pictures. So we want you guys to come with your best of the best. Tell your friends, your family, your foes, your woes. Let's do something for the kids.
Yeah,
But we're
shout out to
excited.
Veronica. Shout out to Veronica. She just completed the level 2 master certification course with me this past weekend. Awesome individual.
Woo!
So Veronica, thank
Congratulations.
you
You
for
rock,
tuning in.
queen.
Uh thank you so much. But yeah, so it's October 17th in Birmingham, Alabama. The second annual Vans and Pants, again, the year kind of year closing fundraiser for Youth Talk United. Just an amazing organization. And stay tuned, people, because we're working on another um,
Great
big
event.
fundraising event
Mm-hmm,
that'll
mm-hmm.
come in the spring. So just be on the lookout, people. It's some good stuff. We up to something. We up to something for sure. So it's going to be awesome. And listen, that the part of, again, giving back, there's always a way, even when, like you said, last year we had so many people that, of course, it was impossible either for them to travel or just didn't want to be in an event in that space. It still was good, and so many people donated that couldn't come. So there's always a way to make impact. You see the banner scrolling across the bottom. We are open to that support for this amazing organization as we continue to grow, continue to come up with ways where we can do more for the youth. So that we welcome it. Again, we welcome people that are interested in being a board member, the donations, to support. Check us out here on Facebook. Look up Youth Talk United. YouthTalkUnited.org is the website. So definitely, we invite you all to plug into that. So
And definitely, as you said, board members, I think one of the things just to jot in on that, okay, yes, full support. Awesome. Thank you. To jot in on that board, as well as we're mentioning, I know so many people say they want to help out, but they just don't know where to go or how they can be a board member. Please don't let that hesitate you from becoming part of it. We have great board members, the president, and actually Mike too, as the vice president. We will actually sit down and talk with you about your scripts on what's best for you and how you can be a part of it. So if you just feel like you have something certain that, hey, I'm not good at A, B, and C, but I'm good at that, guess what? So many of these kids are not good at some things, but want someone to follow and want someone to
yeah.
inspire them. So we're definitely looking for anyone that just have the heart. You don't have to know everything, but just having the heart would do more than anything ever for these young kids. So don't let this live go and you say, okay, I want to be a part of it, but I just don't know how, or I don't think I have those talents. You just got to have the heart. You have to have the heart to change yourself as well as change the community and people around you. And I think a lot of people that actually work with the youth, oh my God, it's one of the most rewarding feelings to have that
Yes.
to call or text you, say thank you, or you made an impact in my life. That is just so great from that aspect. So please believe anything that you feel that you can provide. We are here. We are open. Like I said, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk to you. It won't just be, hey, come on, jump on the board. You're here and run. No, we're going to sit down and talk. We're going to make sure you understand our organization fully, as well as understand you fully. I think that's the biggest thing when coming on any organization is who are you and what do you want to give. So we're going to work off your scripts. So please understand that we are definitely so excited, like Mike said, for the upcoming things that we got going on. We are a small organization currently, but we got some big things in work. But we want everyone involved, the youth and board members and more volunteers, because as always, we're always taking in more youth. So definitely you can fill out to parents, caregivers, of that nature. You guys can go online as well. There are docs on there that you can go and register. Someone will call you within at least 24 hours to actually speak with you if you sign up your child. Or if you just sign up to be a board member or volunteer, we would definitely give you a call back. So please don't hesitate. Yes,
Yeah,
massive
definitely.
impact. Thank you.
Yeah, and Veronica, I saw your question that came up in the comments. Youth Talk United. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's Youth Talk United, and again, the website is youthtalkunited.org. I encourage all of you to go check out the website to see exactly what Youth Talk is all about, and ways that you can get involved and to just keep up with the organization. Add it as one of your bookmarks on your homepage for your internet. And also for everybody watching who's not watching on the from the Youth Talk or watching this playback from the Youth Talk United Facebook, and you're watching it from mine or my YouTube, follow Youth Talk United on Facebook as well, to keep up with what's going on and the things that's going on in the community. Great things shared on there, things that your youth can be involved in. So we encourage you to link up to us however you can to keep up with what's going on with Youth Talk United. Some great things. Yeah, even what Erika is talking about in the process with the board, we're growing every day in how we approach things, right, Erika? So I think it's really exciting to know what the impact, coming back to impactful conversations, right? The impact that we want to have from the board to the youth to everything involved with Youth
Everyone.
Talk United. Yeah, definitely. So that full circle.
Hmm.
Erika, you are truly a gem, a light. You are awesome. My sister, you're awesome. With everything that we talked about, the impact, the community, um, Erika empowering services and
Out of
dreams, really, right?
here.
Even with Dream Tree, and shout
And
out to Miss Diane. She just put awesome, our board president, in the
woo,
house. So shout out to Miss Diane there. Um, Erika, this is a question that I love to kind of bookend these
uh-oh.
conversations, interviews, whatever it is, because I get fully inspired, right, and impacted by people, amazing people doing awesome things, right? It goes back to what Veronica said, massive impact, right? So people that are having massive impacts on how they do things. The question I always like to ask, what's next for Erika Perry and all the amazing things that you're doing with the Youth Talk United and what you're doing with your services and really truly empowering the community. What's next for you?
I guess on both of them. I think a lot when I talk, I don't just talk about myself. So I always got to add youth talk. Those are my babies. And if any of them watch, they're going to be mad because no matter how big they are and much taller than me, they all are my babies. So definitely first and foremost is continue expanding youth talk. As you guys check our website, we also have a sports aspect too. So we're going to gear up some more things with our sports on that. Once again, due to the pandemic, and mental health awareness been very heavy within our community. We did some more changes with that and did more one-on-one with our kids when it comes to sports to first get that aspect. So definitely check out within the next coming year more with that sports and getting more out in the community and showing that. So we're always looking for more volunteers and help with that as well. So definitely growing and growing more with that. Myself, constantly impacting more people. Be on the lookout late August. As I said, I have my entrepreneur small business consulting. You guys will see more of that. I've been blessed to actually work with another huge consulting agency, and now I'm a partner with them. So I'm so excited being not only coming in and saying I'm a worker, but I'm a partner that I'm able to establish and gear more things for our entrepreneurs. So I'm going to do more launching of my own business to gear more people in on that. So I'm so excited to launch that because that's going to be awesome. Kind of what we're having here, but just get more one-on-one with more people, especially like-minded individuals that is scared or haven't been able to take that leap to be that entrepreneur are scared to start their
Mm,
business. I'm going to be that push, that consultant that's really going to show them, hey, that it's okay. So I've been a little quiet about it, but I'm definitely within the next month or so, you guys will see more of that, of just that impact coming in from empowering people.
yeah.
No more selling, no more selling. We got to go get it. It's all about generational wealth for me. The financial freedom is there. You have to believe it. We all know that yes, corporate is great for some it may not be. So I'm not telling anyone on the live to quit that 9 to 5. I was able to work mines and learned everything and got everything to get me where I'm at now. I'm so grateful for it. As you guys heard my background from where I was and where I'm at now, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I talk to Mike all the time about how I just be so excited being able to set my own clock, but not set my own clock, but being able to go in stores and not worry about, oh my gosh, is this going to cost too much? Of that
Mm,
nature. So being able to empower our own in our own community to say that you can succeed. I'm just so excited with that. You guys, I can talk all day about that because that's just my heart to serve and give back to others. But not only that, for others to see someone that look like them, walk like them, talk like them, and also experience so many things in life, succeeding. What more way to mirror someone that's doing everything that you're trying to do or will become? So that's one of my major things that I will really be pushing at. So please keep a check on that. Once again, Erica Empowering Perry. You can catch me on Instagram and Facebook as well as Twitter with all those. Any questions, please, like I said, don't hesitate to give me a call. You guys can always follow up too with Mike, but that will be the top of it going into the end of this year. Next year. So yes.
man, sis, you got me all fired up, man. That energy, that positive energy, uh, impactful conversations, right? That impact, what you're talking about, and just that whole journey and what you're planning to do.
Yeah.
That is, that's amazing. That's what gets me excited. That's what makes me want to go. Listen, I gotta say, black business booming, impactful conversations.
You're awesome.
You know, listen. I gotta say this. I'm a little selfish because I get more out of this just hearing people's process and what kind of what drives them and their goals and what they have. And so when I talk to you and when I talk to people and I hear what they have going on, man. It really is time for me to go back to the drawing board and say, Mike, step it up, right? So that thing I said about your circle and your web,
Hey,
like, hey,
right. If we're
That's
not
I gotta
stretching
do it.
each other and pushing each other, then I believe you're in the wrong circle. I've learned that
Mm,
so
mm,
diligent, and now being an entrepreneur, I have released so many people. As I kind of said earlier, in my circle now is only with people that are inspiring, empowering, and trying to get better and trying to educate each other on that next level. I mean, for
yeah.
women that I'm a part of now in groups, it's like every day I feel like, and I know I can succeed. And that's what I needed around me. I think we all need that. But if you don't have anyone pushing you or checking on you, then they're not pulling you enough.
Mm,
So it
come
has
on.
so like when I see your lives are doing stuff, I'm like, hey, okay, Mike did this. He's talking about that. And I'm always trying to learn more. So I'm always on other people's Zooms. I'm learning, I'm gaining. As I always tell people, and some of the people that I consult with now, never feel that you've gotten too old that you can't be coachable. Even as adult,
Ooh,
you can still be coachable and learn. I learn
man.
different things and new gems every day as adult. When we get out our head that we know everything, you allow so many positive things to come through. And that's my focus to tell people. Be willing to learn. If you're willing to learn and
Mm,
you manifest those things, they're going to come to part. I mean, we've talked, Mike, I spoke about several things, and oh my God, things have been transpiring for me back to back to back. And it's just manifesting. And once again, that I in that universe talking to him, I'm like, hey, I want it. And I'm gonna go get it. And definitely I have been getting it and giving to others as well so they can go get it. Because I don't want to save all of it by myself. It's not fun if I'm the only one being
mm,
survive and eat. I want everybody to eat. I want all of us to sit at that table and be able to say we all supposed to be here. So I'm always trying, hey, come to the table. Bring your fruits, bring your labors, and let's put them together and make a building from it. So I'm just so excited about that and just trying to get so many people together to see what we can do together as a unit than what we can do alone. And also just learning from each other is just so great, just so great. And I love the circle. Love you, Mike. I thank you so much for just being that big portion of the circle and also the knowledge that you provide to so many people on there. And I know said someone, I think it was Veronica with the life coach. So you guys also know how much that is, that going in so much talking and giving back to people. It takes a lot, but it's so rewarding.
yeah, man. When you look, we were wrapping this thing up, putting the ball on top, but you took it to a whole nother level because everything you said right there in just this last 5 to 10 minutes is amazing, man. And that is truly the impact in doing things and going forward. And look, I gotta write this down. Look, I gotta write this down. I always
Really?
got a notebook handy
I
to write
know,
something
right?
down. And so here's my takeaway from what you said, and that last little sermon piece really. Let's eat. Oh, when you said that,
Let's
right?
eat.
Like your circle and coming together and and actually building some things and having those right people and like that's the that's the key right there. There's enough out here for us all to eat, so let's eat, man. Checking that circle. Hey, sis, man,
Let's
you the
eat.
bomb, man. I'm telling you, like, look, I think
Hey,
I was
we the
joking and I
bomb.
said
We the
these.
bomb.
Oh man, for real, because these conversations can be a little bit um I guess for me, I get more from it because I go back and watch these interviews and these impactful conversations, and it's like, man, that's what it's about. And so again, this was impactful conversations with Erika Perry, my sister, entrepreneur. Look, I said a boss, doing so many amazing things in the community, and even talking about impact and the things that's been impactful for you and how the things early on in your upbringing and background, turning those into now an impact, right, for you moving forward. So I love that. And again, we were talking about just this amazing organization that we have the privilege and pleasure of being a part of, Youth Talk United. So again, we invite you to go to youthtalkunited.org to see more ways that you can be involved and to keep up with what we have going on. We're just excited about, and look, thank you to everybody that
Yes.
chimed in, that
Hey,
watched this,
Ebony.
that
We
watches
seen
it on the
Ebony down
replay.
there.
Yes,
Definitely, Ebony.
yeah.
I seen you. Great Youth Talk
Ebony,
board member too. So hey,
Jesse J in the house. So yeah, a lot of people tapping in. We thank you, everybody who's made comments. For everybody watching this on the replay, we're definitely going to put the links in the comments and the description, especially on on YouTube as well. How you can find out more about all the amazing thing that Erika is doing with Erika Empowering Services, as well as Youth Talk United. So tap in, tap in, tap in. Erika, anything you want to leave the people with from this impactful conversation? It's like I just drank a shot of coffee, Erika, with how you closed that and how you were talking about that. I'm like, man, look,
wow.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, if I get off this live and do the things I need to do, man, I'm gonna be so much further ahead just from that energy. So I just want you to take a moment. Anything you want to leave the people with, encouraging words or any anything coming up, anything. Take this time and just share what you will.
Yes, yes. First of all, just thank you guys. Definitely thank to Mike too for just allowing me to come on and be a blessing here. Encouraging words that I always like to just leave with people is having faith in yourself. Having that do will, you will, and you can succeed. We sometimes overwhelm ourselves and stress ourselves out that we're not achieving, we're not accomplished, we're not doing enough for our family, we're not doing enough for our relationship, our family, friends. Have faith in yourself. Believe
Mm,
and know your limits of what you're going to do. But most importantly, self care. And that is the biggest thing with me, and I want to leave with other people. Self care. You have to take care of you first. It is a must for you to take care of you first to be able to help or take care of anyone else. Even though we're asking so
mm,
many guys to join and help other people, we say self care. One of my biggest things is always leaving with the terminology of when you're on the plane and on that plane, the first thing they say if anything or accident happen, they always tell you first to what? Secure yourself.
yeah.
Secure
Right.
yourself so you can't help anyone else until you first help yourself. So make sure mental health is important, self awareness is important. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so you can help that unity, you can help that community and be a blessing to other people. So
Mm,
definitely have that faith in you to know that self care is needed and just take care
yeah.
of yourself. That's just my biggest thing to people is take that time out. So much is going on in today's society, but we first must take time out for us. I can say so much more, but leaving with that, I always want people to do that. Read that book, breathe, take your little me time, pedicure, manicure, something. Make sure you're taking care of yourself first because we want you around to be able to help out with youth talk. So we got to make sure you're taking care of you first. So please, please, thank you guys so much. Remember, you are able, you are capable. You can do anything you set your mind to. Just have that faith and manifest it and just watch it work. But be ready to put the work in so you can see the work of success.
Come on. Hey, man, I feel like I've been to a TED Talk, sis. You
Ooh,
got me so
stop
fired
it.
up. That was
Sign me
awesome.
up, sign me
Thank
up.
you.
No, really.
Thank you so much for everything. Listen again, anyone who wants to know more about Youth Talk United, how to get involved, that wants to
You.
be on the board, anybody who wants to know how they can have their youth or anyone to volunteer for the things that are coming up, just you can always send a message to myself or to Erika. Again, the website is youthtalkunited.org. And we encourage you. We look forward to hearing from you on how you can have more of an impact as well. And that remembering, love what you said, Erika. That I in unity and community, right? No community without that unity. So the you and I in there, and how you can have a
Uh-uh.
greater impact. Thank you. This was Impactful Conversations.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody who tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, um, Youth Talk United page, and everybody that will watch the replay. You have been chatting it up, this impactful conversation with Coach Mike and Erika Perry. And we
Thank you,
cannot wait to
Jesse.
see you all next time. Jesse, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time on Impactful Conversations. Peace.